If you're a podcast host, listen up, this one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle, and I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.
Welcome back to another episode of the Girls Stop Playing podcast. It's your favorite homegirl, Coriel, here to encourage you to stop playing with your potential and start working for what you want in life and in love. You already know that I'm bringing you the information and the conversations to help you make the money and get the honey. You can have it all as long as you are willing to work. It is my first episode of the new year. Welcome to 2026. I hope this year has been treating you well so far. I don't know how your 2025 was. The common sentiment that I got, at least from social media, is that 2025 was dragging folks. Like, that's how I felt in 2024. Like, every single thing that could be sent to test me, to stress me, it seemed like I was getting hit with it all left and right. But maybe it was because, I was pregnant for the entire year of 2025 from February to October at least. So I was, kind of in a different mind set for the year. So I didn't necessarily have such a tough year as it seems like so many people did. So I am prayerful that this year is so much more peaceful, prosperous, purposeful for us all. So life update. Obviously, Callie is here. She is, 12 weeks? I think we're 12 weeks postpartum. She's 12 weeks old, coming up on 3 months. So I'm so very excited that she is just growing and developing and flourishing and all of the things. If you have not seen my sweet girl, definitely make sure you are coming to connect with me on Instagram. That's where I love to hang out. But I'm sitting there really just a couple minutes ago, and the boys are playing together. And my granny nanny, who I've talked to y'all about in several episodes, I've mentioned her, but she has come back into our lives to assist us with our new baby. So quick backstory, with my second son, we had an au pair at first, and the au pair decided that she didn't want to stay anymore. And so we were kind of in a crunch to try to find childcare. And no shade, okay, with what I'm about to say, but I never envisioned my children going to daycare. That's just not what I wanted to do. And so I started just asking around, seeing what other people were doing for childcare options. This was back in 2023. I had just had Kenzo. And one of my friends, Joy, was like, oh, well, my mother-in-law, she used to have an in-home daycare, and I think that she would be great. You should go meet her. And I went and met her, took Kenzo over to meet her, and the rest is history. I think he was maybe 4 months when she started keeping him. And when I tell you that this lady has stepped in and just adopted us, because we don't really have family here, she goes above and beyond. She is so amazing. She is truly the biggest blessing. I talked to you all about her when I was talking about her 70th birthday and how the whole city came out to celebrate her and just how inspirational she is. So this morning I'm sitting there watching her feeding the baby, and I'm just like, man, what a blessing. What a blessing to have someone who could literally be just dedicated and intentional with your baby, because all of us, all mothers ideally would want to have that one-on-one time, to do all of the things with our kids, but life be life, and we got jobs to work, we got businesses to run, things happen. And so we have to find, alternatives. So for me to be able to have this alternative that comes to my home is literally a third grandmother for my children. Keeps them outside of the hours that we agreed to is just amazing. And because she is a granny, like she knows everything. She's teaching me everything. She taught me how to, she's teaching me new recipes, just everything. Like she's literally, y'all know the mommy issues that I have. She is literally like, I told her she's my godmom because I feel like she's the bonus mom that God sent me. She is just everything. So sitting there watching her today, and I thought about the fact that if it was not for my homegirl making the connection, introducing me, I would not have this invaluable blessing. And I thought about the power of people and how I've always known that blessings come from God, but they come through people. It's always connected to a person, whether it's an introduction, whether it is an acknowledgement, whether it is a referral, whether it is, a solicitation, whether it is a new opportunity, whether it is an interview, like whatever that thing is, it always comes through a person. Somebody's got to be on the other side of it, but it's coming from God. God puts those people in position to be able to bless you in the way that he sees fit. And so this blessing came through a person, but I know that this is a godsend because when I tell you she is everything my kids need, but also everything that I need. Like I tell Kendrick all the time, like, oh my God, I just love sitting here with her, talking to her, learning from her, just all of the things. She's literally just heaven sent. And I would not be in this position if it wasn't for a person who made the connection. And then I had a second thought of like how many opportunities, blessings, relationships, partnerships I have potentially missed out on because I'm such an introvert, because I shy away from making connections with people because I got trust issues. Like for someone who's dealing with mommy issues, you can imagine the trust issues I have, especially when it comes to like real deep connections with other women. Like vulnerability with women is not my strong suit. And so I'm having this thought about just how much I have potentially missed out on because I don't lean into relationships, because I don't consider myself to be I'm like I don't know. I don't know what I consider myself. I don't want to claim to be an introvert anymore. I don't want to claim to not be a people person. I don't want to claim those things because we're in a new year. We're stepping into a new season with a new attitude. But in the past, in my former life, I can definitely say that I have shied away from making new connections and forming new relationships because I don't necessarily think that people always have your best interest at heart. And I've been burned before and I've been betrayed before and all of the things. And so my first thought was, man, how many other blessings, have I missed out on? And then I'm like, but I don't really want to let people in. And then Spirit literally whispered to me, don't be afraid, be aware. And that is the message that I have to share with y'all today. That you can be aware, you can be alert, but do not be afraid. Because fear keeps things from you. Fear will keep things hidden from you that God is actually sending for you. But you are blinded by the anxiety. You are blinded by what happened last time. You are blinded by that bitter taste you still have in your mouth from the last betrayal. You are blinded by the thought of all the things that could go wrong. So you don't even try to see if you could possibly make it right. And so I just want to encourage you as I continue to encourage myself, whether we're talking about going after a new relationship, a new friendship, a new position, whatever you want to step into in this new season. I believe a lot of the things that we've been praying for are right on the other side of the things that we don't want to do, right on the other side of the things that we're protecting ourselves from. So today I want to challenge you to just take a couple minutes and just sit with those thoughts about what it is that you are truly afraid to do when you could just build awareness around that thing. Yes, I've been burned before. Yes, I've been betrayed before. Yes, I know that everybody doesn't have good intentions for me. Am I going to allow that to continue to keep me from the blessings that God has for me because I know that these blessings are connected to people? Absolutely not. I cannot allow this fear in the pit of my stomach to keep me from connecting with the people that God has literally put on my path to bless me. So instead of me being afraid, I'm going to be aware that these things exist, that these things could potentially happen. I'm going to be alert. So you're not going to get up close on me without me being aware of who you are, what you mean, whether or not you mean me well, what your intentions are. I'm alert, I'm aware, but I'm not moving in fear. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid to walk forward into this space, into this new season that God has literally cleared the path for. We can't allow fear to keep us from what God has for us. So today I want to remind you, I want to encourage you, I want to challenge you to really take some time and think about the things that you are truly afraid to move forward with, because I believe the fruits that you have been praying for, the fruits from the seeds that you have been sowing are right on the other side of those things that you are scared to do, of those connections that you are scared to make, of those rooms that you are scared to step into, of those relationships that you are scared to walk into. Please be inspired, be encouraged, be empowered, and know that there is no goal, no dream, no hope, no prayer that God has placed in your spirit that He has not also created an entire strategy specific to you for. So all you have to do is get quiet for long enough, go to God for long enough, sit with yourself for long enough to ensure that you are alert of the possibilities. You are aware of the potential, but you are not going to be afraid to move forward with the blessings that God has for you. I love you. Got nothing but love for you. I want nothing but love for you. And I will catch you on the next episode.
If you're a podcast host, listen up. This one's for you. My name is Allie Jackson. I'm the host of Finding Mr. Height, a dating and relationship podcast that I've been doing for 4 years now, sharing my positive and practical approach to dating that's built on my own life experience. And I wanted to share another experience that I've had, my secret behind monetizing my show. It's called Red Circle. And I was just telling my colleague about how much I love their platform. With Red Circle, not only am I getting a seamless hosting experience, but I also love the support I receive in ad sales. It's not just typical ad sales either. It's targeted opportunities based on my show and my life. And the platform is super simple. You just set your preferences and Red Circle matches you with sponsors that align with your show. You can vet every opportunity and their platform gives you great analytics. More recently too, my Red Circle team has brought me opportunities outside of my podcast on social media to really augment the podcast partnerships, bring them full circle. I just can't recommend them enough. If you want to give it a try, go to redcircle.com to get your free trial. That's redcircle.com for a free trial.